All right, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in for the stream. Right now, we got MAC gapping up 200% on the day, 221% on the day. Looking pretty decent. We'll see how this phases at the open. I did take a couple trades on at pre-market, but right now, still at break even, so 0 on the day. So MAC looking pretty decent. So we'll see at the open what MAC has in store for us. It is easy to borrow, so I could short. However, I think we're going to squeeze out shorts here at 1441 is possible because of the easy to borrow. So sometimes you get newbie shorts who try to short momentum stocks and they get squeezed out. So that might be the setup, is the curl at the open to squeeze out all of these early shorts potentially. And then maybe after that, maybe I don't know if it's going to continue or if it's going to reverse. It really depends on market momentum and market sentiment. But we do have a 200% gapper nevertheless. So we have some sort of momentum today for this, to really take off. So we'll see what happens at the open. We also have an RBO with a dead cat bounce. Not sure if this is going to provide opportunity after yesterday. Really nasty sell-off yesterday. PTE, let's check out PTE is also gapping. Penny stock. We'll see if this gets some volume. And the overall market right now is gapping slightly down. We'll see what's going to happen at the open. I wonder if the elections are going to influence the market significantly, or if it's going to be not as noticeable. MAC volume is just slowly fading. So it's starting to be less and less tradable as volume gets lighter. Right now we're under 20, 30,000 shares, which is pretty low. I mean, some of these candles are less than 10,000. So gotta be careful with MAC. The bids can drop pretty fast. You're not managing your risk. Welcome to the stream, 2 viewers. Wow, two viewers. Sweet. It's 9 a.m. So we might get some movement here on Mac. Watching Mac here for, looks like we have some resistance up in this area. So if we can close above about 14, then it'll be looking good for our trade, potentially to the high. So let's take a look at, someone's calling out Bitcoin is just, oh my God, 17,000. Ooh, this thing just keeps on dropping. The Bitcoin winter is here. 17,000. Holy crap. How you doing, Katsuno? Good to see you on this fine morning. Mac, look at this. This is awesome. Mac is gapping up big time. I think there's a high chance that we're going to see a squeeze past 14 and 1440 because it's easy to borrow and lots of newbie shorts are probably getting on this. So I think we squeeze out early shorts before it does go to the inevitable backside. I'm not really sure, how high it can go after it does squeeze out of 1441. That's the trick. Is it gonna hold the support of 1440 and then have another leg, or is it is it gonna be one of these things? Or is it gonna do one of these? We've seen plenty of those in this market. So it's really hard to tell. You're just gonna have to make the judgment call as the time comes. With this market, you never know if you're gonna get that runner or if it's just gonna be a pop and a drop. So one of those two are likely to happen. If it's easy to borrow, it might be worth it to short on a pop. Yeah, so easy to borrow, it's going to be, it should say up in this bar. For right now, it's not saying anything, but usually it says up in this bar area. It did say easy to borrow before, but I'm not sure why it's not saying. I thought there was like a little button to kind of check, but maybe not. Yeah, that's definitely not in there. Yeah, usually it says up in this bar here. About here. No, it doesn't say. So Mac in a range right now. Could be worth it to maybe scalp the range. I've been trying to do that, but I'm still at break even. Yeah, so here, what's his name again? Blake Ross. So right here, if you go to, I'm checking the SPY right now, it says ETB right here, easy to borrow. So that's what you're gonna see on stocks, whether they're easy to borrow, hard to borrow, or not to borrow. So something like PTE is gonna say hard to borrow, which if you can short this on hard to borrow, you're gonna need to pay for locates. Easy to borrow, I think there's either very low locate fees or there's no locate fees. And then you'll see occasionally a stock that has NTB. So NTB, these are most of the small cap stocks are going to be not to borrow on TOS. TOS isn't the best stock to be shorting. They just don't have a lot of locates. So pretty much NTB means you can't short it at all. It's not to borrow. So I guess TD just does not have any possibility of getting any shorts. I would say mostly because of its risk profile. TD just does not like the risk profile, I guess, of inexperienced traders to be going short. I think you need to have like a very I think you have to get qualified or something to be trading hard to borrow stocks, at least hard to borrow stocks in TOS. But if you go to different brokerages like Cobra Trading, Trade Zero, they have better locates, and you would even probably be able to find locates for something like ICCM. But you're gonna have to pay commission and locate fees and SEC fees on something like that, on that type of brokerage. Usually they don't have free commissions. Well, no, they don't have free commissions. And at TOS, the downside is they don't have locates for a lot of these small cap stocks. So you can't really short gap and goes, but it's free commissions. So there's sort of pros and cons. So here's MAC. Let's check out the 5 minute. So we're underneath the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA on the 5 minute. So this could push down to 12, or we can hold the support. I don't want to get in. If I get in here, I don't want the bids to drop and then this to drop down to 12. So, but I could get in here with a tight stop at 63, so 30-cent risk to look for maybe 1370. But I'm not convinced it's going to hit the target of 1370. That has to be a pretty big bounce. I just don't think it's going to have it. So I think the risk reward right now is 1-to-1 with this entry. So probably not worth it. If it comes down a little bit lower, maybe down to like, this area between 12 and 12.25, you can have a tight stop, and then the upside could be potential 75 cents. So potential 2 to 3 to 1, 2 or 3 to 1. I am keeping an eye out for this hurricane. This hurricane is coming. The hurricane is coming. All right, so it looks like that's going to be it for the pre-market. It doesn't look like there's going to be much more action, so I'm going to shut down the stream a little bit early. We have 15 minutes to the market open. I'm going to be watching MAC here for the potential squeeze over 14 and 1441. So keep an eye out and also manage your risk on something like this. It's already up 200%. Not sure how much higher it can go, but it is easy to borrow. So it could be potential short as well if it's still easy to borrow at the open. So good luck, guys. Hope you guys get green. If you guys are still watching, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and check out the links down in the description. And I'll see you guys